This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPIAL champions.
The New Shannock Lancers are PIAA Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. That will do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McKay makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
Francis Monitis works through Rinson. Has a chance. Score!
Off the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. Actually recovered. And did they get her? They did!
Oh, he has wide open. Dave McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. Coming to you live from the County of Champions, high school football here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, the Class WPIAL 4A semifinals, also the 2 and 1A quarterfinals here at lcsportsnet.com. Tonight's broadcast available at LC Sportsnet, Facebook Live, streaming on X, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and also the NFHS Network. They're brought to you by MVP Insurance, by Maley Chiropractic, by Castle Asphalt, UPMC Orthopedic Care, by Medora Bonner Law, by Nick's Auto Body, by The Red Zone, by Doran Concrete, by Parada Jones McCree, Gem Builders Incorporated, Luxembourg, Garvett Kelly and George, the Newcastle Transit Authority, Joseph's Marketplace, the Crane Room Grill, Pontius Insurance, Sims Cafe, Works in Progress Paint Services, the City Rescue Mission, the Tri-County Principals Association, Something for Your Wall Photography, and of course the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. 12th week of the year, we get it going with our Castle Asphalt pregame show as always. Castle Asphalt, they've been in the paving and construction business for nearly 20 years, using top-of-the-line equipment and resources, guaranteeing every job is done correctly and efficiently. Innovative methods combined with years of experience. 5 games going on tonight, 1 tomorrow featuring county teams, a historic week. Last week, all 5 county teams involved in the postseason won their games. It is the single best night in Lawrence County football playoff history without a lot of competition, in all honesty. We'll have 3 broadcasts of games tonight for quarterfinals/semifinals, and 1 tomorrow as well. Get to that in a moment. Kickoff coming at the top of the hour. We kick off our pregame show looking at the 4A semifinal game, and it's another week and another Parkway rematch for Newcastle. The Canes taking on Aliquippa, the 3-7 matchup. Newcastle winning the regular season game 18-12 at Taggart Stadium. A late touchdown run for Marino Graham. He ran and threw for over 100 yards in that game, including that game-winning touchdown with just a handful of seconds remaining to get the Canes that victory. The big asterisk that a lot of people are talking about, and for good reason, is Aliquippa was without their starting quarterback. No Marcus Townsell in that game. He's a Yale commit. He came back for the playoffs last week. He ended up throwing the game-winning touchdown pass to beat Trinity and knock out the 2 seed last week. I do think it's going to be running game heavy for both of these teams tonight. Newcastle in the run game has struggled. Not a lot of yards against Blackhawk or last week against Montour on the ground. Again, they went over 100 yards, just Marino Graham alone did the first time they played Aliquippa. And Aliquippa, I should mention too, the fact that they have their quarterback back in the lineup means that now they are more likely to be able to move everybody back into more natural positions. So the question is, which team will be more suited for work tonight? J.J. Work and Akiva Woods running the ball for Aliquippa, or Jermaine Walker and Roger Proctor running the ball for the Canes? Oh, one more thing. This morning, the PIAA just came out with the new classification rules for next year. If Aliquippa wins, they're staying in 4A. If Newcastle beats Aliquippa tonight, the Quips are eligible to move back down to Class 3A. So some extra fun to be looking at over the course of the game tonight. You can watch it on NFHS Network with our crew, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza on the call. You can also listen to it for free at lcsportsnet.com. Same story there streaming-wise for the Class 2A game between top-seeded Seton LaSalle and 8-seed Mohawk in Class 2A. Mohawk, hey, the Warriors won 4 straight games, guys. The Rebels, though, they've won 9 straight. They lost their opening game in Week 0. They get a first-round bye as the top seed. Let's talk about these Rebels. A very run-heavy team this year. Big difference from last season, but a lot of turmoil. You lose your quarterback. You got a quarterback transferring in, out. What's the eligibility status? They've settled on Kia Jones as the quarterback. He took over about midway through the year. He's got over 1,000 total yards and 12 total touchdowns, but it's really about the sophomore running back, Kymar Freeman. He's a workhorse back there. 1,300 rushing yards, 21 total touchdowns. Not bad for a player just in his second year of playing organized football. It's always going to be the rest-rust debate, though, for a team like Seton LaSalle playing with a first-round bye. Mohawk, man, they need to strike early. I think that's how you beat a team, especially when they're coming off of the bye. Mohawk didn't do that last week, though. They didn't score until just over 4 minutes remaining in the game against Olsh in a 17-14 victory. 17 points, though, in the last 4 minutes. Pretty impressive. Bobby Fadden finding Joey Nail a couple of times in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Then those two connected on a deep pass with just a couple of seconds remaining, allowing Andrew Lloyd his walk-off 22-yard field goal to win the game. Defense is going to be paramount in this one here tonight. Cole McDaniel deflected a pass. It was picked off by Dan Monaco in that win last week, set up the final game-winning drive for the Warriors. I think it's going to take an individual effort like that, especially on the defensive side, to slow down this very high-powered Rebels attack that's averaging nearly 40 points per game. Tyler Aaron will join me on the call there from Dormont Stadium. Again, NFHS video, free audio at lcsportsnet.com. There's one other game featuring a county opponent, a county team, I should say, in Class 2A, and that's Elwood City, the 6th seed, taking on 3-seeded Steel Valley. Elwood City coming off of a record-setting week. Basically, every single-season passing record now belongs to Tyler Smiley. He set most of them in the win last week. Passing yards, passing touchdowns in a season, and the wide receivers, Dalen Curie and Dom Hogue, each had double-digit catches. They think that's a program record for a single game, and they now are tied at 94 career receptions. That is for sure a program record. They're very balanced, though. Almost every game dead even in terms of running and passing attempts. Julian Frisk and Richard Curtin running the football both found the end zone last week against Keystone Oaks. It's a much more run-centric team on the other side, though, when you look at the Steel Valley squad. They got an all-state player in Deron Barksdale. It starts with that. 20-plus carries per game. He's got 24 touchdowns on the year. But he's no longer at the quarterback position. I think that's a big part of it. They still run the ball a heck of a lot. He's moved to running back. Quarterback Tyson Barron, he only averages 8 pass attempts per game, but there is a little more threat now of the pass. And if weather is an issue tonight, which I think is going to be across all the WPIL, with rain and with wind especially, teams are going to be forced to run more. This might be the game that has a biggest swing of advantage one way or the other, because Steel Valley loves keeping the ball on the ground, and Elwood, again, one of the most balanced of any of the teams remaining in the WPIL across all classifications. You can watch that game with Thad Sturgeon and Brad Windhurst, free to watch on Elwood City Sports on their YouTube page. Will the rain make a difference? We'll find out about 20 minutes from now when kickoff comes here across Western PA. We'll be back here in a moment, though, as we break down the 1A games going on tonight and tomorrow when we return on the Castle Asphalt pregame show here at LC Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk Boys Cross Country as the LCAP Team of the Month after winning their second consecutive undefeated section championship. Congratulations to coaches Jared Stratton and Cam Shermer and the Mohawk Boys Cross Country team, the LCAP Team of the Month.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. AXE can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus if they need it. They use the lifts.
I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call AXE today.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor your Red Zone October Male Athlete of the Month as Zayden Herb of Neshannock for scoring his 100th career goal and scoring 6 goals in a playoff victory, the first playoff victory in 14 years for Neshannock. Lawrence County SportsNet also proud to honor the Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month, Lindsay Hoover of Wilmington Golf, for finishing 12th in the PIAA Championships. Congratulations to Wilmington's Lindsay Hoover and Neshannock's Zayden Herb, your Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Congratulations to the October LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk Girls Volleyball as October's LCAP Team of the Month for winning their first section title in program history and their first playoff victory in program history as well. Congratulations to Coach Anna Fadden and the Mohawk Warrior Volleyball team, your LCAP Team of the Month. Unfortunately, no soccer or volleyball teams making it into the state tournament from Lawrence County. However, technically, any winners tonight are in the football state playoffs as the official first round of the PIAA football playoffs begin next week. Kickoff coming up in just about 20 minutes' time. Here as we continue our Castle Asphalt and Construction pregame show. They know the importance of making a good first impression, and no matter how elegant your home or office may be, matching it with poor road surfaces can make your friends and potential clients regret making the trip. www.castleasphalt.com. Road trips in Class 1A for the WPIAL tonight. Laurel taking on Chartiers Houston. That game at West Allegheny High School tonight in the 1A quarterfinals. It's already history for the 12-seeded Bucks. They just got their first playoff win since 2000 when they upset the Southside Rams in the first round. Their main component is their dual-threat quarterback, Aaron Walsh. He will likely eclipse both 1,000 yards rushing and passing in the game tonight. Running back Dom Andrioli is the other main back to watch in the ground game for Char Hugh. Records being set on the Laurel side as well. Lucas Santini, 3 touchdowns last week. He's keeps on increasing his all-time touchdown record mark in a career there in Spartan history. Colton Carlson, he does a little bit of everything, rushing and receiving. Nathan Hill, 15 rushing scores on the year as the primary back, but again, I think it's the Spartan defense that's been getting overlooked. They've allowed just 4 touchdowns in the last 7 games. Watch for a big night potentially in the trenches for Casey Wilson and Kevin Mahoney and company trying to slow down that powerful dual-threat quarterback. Lee Moan and Jay Moan have the call for that one. It's an audio-only broadcast for us tonight at lcsportsnet.com. And finally, the other game for county team tonight, Neshannock travels to Beaver to take on the 2-time defending champion and top-seeded Fort Cherry Rangers tonight. That game's at Beaver High School, and everybody knows about Matt Sieg, the former Penn State commit, being looked at everywhere. Pitt coaching staff and Coach Narduzzi will be at the game tonight there at Beaver. He is, Matt Sieg, the number 2 all-time rusher now in WPIAL history. He holds the total yards record in the district as well. He's done most of the work on the ground this year. No real threat of a pass due to an arm injury. He's actually not even attempted a pass since week 5. You'll also hear Eli Salvini with 3 touchdowns last week. Ryan Huey also a big part of that Rangers rushing attack. The Lancer defense will be, they're going to have to be up to the task for sure to be able to slow down that rushing attack. They did their best defensive performance in my mind all year, though, last week. They had their first kick return for a touchdown from Ethan Beeman. They had a pick 6 from Justin Edworthy. And they also had 2 other turnovers leading to 1-yard touchdown drives for the Lancers as well. You're going to need to have a couple of those plays defensively to be able to have a chance tonight to keep this Rangers team intact, because they're going to score points. Neshannock, can they score a little bit with them? Gina Mazzocco and Anthony Aiken, I think they're going to need their best performances running the football to try to shorten the game a little bit as well and keep that talented Rangers offense off the field as much as possible. No broadcast for us tonight due to NFHS restrictions and a press box with limited space. So unfortunately, we will not have a live broadcast. We will have constant updates going on our social media page, especially on X, throughout the course of the night. Talk about a shortening of a game. That's probably what you're going to get tomorrow in the D10 semifinals for Class 1A. The two best rushing attacks in District 10 do battle, with Wilmington taking on Cambridge Springs. The Hounds, the second best rushing numbers, I should say, in D10. How about 260 yards per game on the ground? Spa's better. 310 yards rushing per game on the year. They went over 400 yards in their pigtail game victory over Cochranton last week. Quarterback Brandon Hoover was 227 yards. He had 4 touchdowns. His main counterpart is the fullback Brent Cania, also was over the century mark in the win last week. The wing tee for the Hounds, led by Chase Mitchell-Tree. He's the main back, over 1,000 rushing yards on the year. And then it's the twins, Cale and Cam Kettering, who do the next, the yeoman's duty the rest of the way. 11 combined touchdowns between Cale and Cam. The Hounds are really make or break what they do with the turnover. They've only turned the ball over 4 times this year, but 2 of them came in the loss in the finale to Karnes City, and they lead the classification with a plus 13 turnover margin. Some great history from Professor Briggs here. Check this one out. Back in 1995, Wilmington and Cambridge Springs played in the District 10 semifinals. The Hounds won that game 21-8. They had 5 interceptions, so there's your turnovers right there. And they had a touchdown reception from T.D. Mitchell-Tree. TD had the TD. Who is TD Mitchell-Tree? Yes, that is the father of current junior running back Chase Mitchell-Tree. So a little fun history there for the Hounds. Sports Radio 96.7's on the call. That's Eric Thomas and Chris Birch will be on the mic for you. And we'll have a free video broadcast of the game as well. Big shout out to Dallas Hartman and everybody at Sports Radio. We get to combine forces with them to make that game happen. There you have it. 5 more playoff games tonight for the county and 1 more tomorrow night as well. Remember to keep tabs. Our bottom line scroller will have scores updated all across the area throughout the course of the evening. And then tune in tonight on the Trib Live High School Sports Network scoreboard show starting at 9:30. We'll have all the scores and recaps of the biggest games across the county, but also across all of the WPIAL. For now, though, time to take you out to field level and join the game that you are tuned into tonight. Thanks for joining us on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
And now we come to you live from Dormont Stadium, historic Dormont Stadium here for tonight's contest in Class 2A. The 1-8 matchup as Seton LaSalle take on the Mohawk Warriors here at lcsportsnet.com. Alongside Tyler Aaron, I'm James Dotson. Is just a few minutes away from kickoff here from Dormont, about 15 minutes away from the start of tonight's game. And Ty, the great debate when we look at this one, and when you do any first round game, when you have teams out a first round bye, is rest versus rust. And with Seton LaSalle, they get 2 weeks off. They get to get a little healthier. Mohawk had to play last week. They had to play in a barn burner last week. But they're the team that definitely is going to be a little bit more ready to go when you look at things, because of the fact that they have more experience in the recent memory. That's going to be, I think, the biggest key is how quick of a start can Seton LaSalle get on here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a tough challenge here early on. I mean, you have the extra week off, so you're a little bit more well-rested, but it seems to be the team who last played seems to be the better team coming right out of the get-go. That's what Mohawk has to focus on. They didn't score their first touchdown of the game last week against Olsh till late in the fourth quarter, so you need to come out of the gates hot here in this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if there is going to be a rust issue for Seton LaSalle, you need to make it hurt immediately. And again, Mohawk didn't score that first touchdown until 4 minutes left to go. They scored 3 times in that last 4 minutes and 10 seconds, including Andrew Lloyd, the walk-off field goal from 22 yards. Let's talk about that first, a little redemption for him, because he missed a game winner early in the year against Beaver Falls, had a couple of games that just didn't go his way. He's coming on strong here, as the rest of the Warriors are now on a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, Andrew Lloyd, just a huge pickup for him just to get that game winner. It had to feel good for him. I mean, looking on his season stats, 20 for 29 on PAT attempts and 6 for 9 on field goals. Just felt like the hero in that one, getting that game-winning field goal. And, that's a great confidence booster for him and for the team coming into this one against the top-seeded Seton LaSalle Rebels.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more of the Castle Asphalt pregame show when we return. You're watching on the NFHS Network, listening at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has...
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Here at Dormont Stadium, it's about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Keystone Oaks High School on the turf, but essentially a home game here for the Seton LaSalle Rebels, the number 1 seed in this Class 2A tournament. Tyler, let's take a quick look at the brackets here. Again, the first round bye for the conference champions, the top 3 seeds here in the Class 2A tournament. It's all chalk so far, though we think with a wide open 2A field, we wouldn't be surprised if we see any of 5, 6, 7, 8 winning tonight. Also, wouldn't be terribly surprised if 1, 2, 3, 4 win tonight. It literally, especially with weather concerns, it looks like the front has moved through completely here, so that won't be as big of an issue. However, we do think that in the end, anybody can win any game, including this one here with the 1-8 matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking back at the first round, there's only the one upset on the top right of your screen between number 7 seed Apollo Ridge claiming a 28-7 victory over number 10 seed Riverside over number 7 seed Apollo Ridge. But yeah, we had that discussion earlier before of it's anybody's ball game here in the Class 2A. I mean, this is going to be a good one here today. Mohawk has beaten Seton LaSalle before in a playoff game. Earlier, I believe it was their second ever playoff win.
That's right. Let's take a look at those Axe series notes. 4th time they've ever met, but yes, you mentioned they did in a playoff game back in 2018. We remember because we were there for that 48-0 win. Mohawk actually at one point won 3 straight home playoff games all by the shutout. They've made that now 4 and 5 in a row, though in much more dramatic fashion each of the last 2 seasons. Believe it or not, I believe that was also the last time Seton LaSalle had been in the playoffs was back in 2018 before Coach Tim Storino took over. Program was definitely declining. His first year here went winless. Now, since then, Tyler, he's been, and this program has been very impressive, including a trip to Acrisure last year.
Yeah, he really turned the program around. In just his second season as head coach, had a 5-5 record, and then a couple years later, in just his 4th season, a 9-1 record, 6-0 in the Century Conference, and the top seed in Class 2A.
Those are your Axe series notes. Axe is here to get you there. Door-to-door transportation takes people where they need to go. As we take a look at what's going on with this game, we'll keep you tabs of what's going on across the rest of the WPIAL as well. But let's look at this one. Seton LaSalle, a year ago, they threw it like crazy, Tyler, and because they had a pretty darn quarterback and a pretty good receiving game from a year ago. A lot graduated, including the quarterback moving on. New quarterback comes in, ruled ineligible, moves out. It took them a while to figure out who was going to be behind center this year. They've settled on Kai Jones for basically the second half of the season. And all he's done is throw for 700 yards, run for another 400 some, and he's got 12 total touchdowns. I think they found a pretty good signal caller there in the sophomore quarterback, Kai Jones.
Yeah, they absolutely did, and huge credit to Jack Mead, too. It was a battle through and through. I mean, Jack Mead 20 for 30, threw for 370 yards, had 5 touchdowns in his time so far this season. And during the quarterback mix-up that Seton LaSalle had earlier this year, really brought the door open for Kymar Freeman, who has well over 1,300 yards, 1,321 in 109 rushing attempts and 152 receiving yards.
Not bad for somebody who's only in his second year of organized football is Kymar Freeman there, the sophomore running back. He's been the workhorse over the course of the year. He's had a couple games where they've not needed to run the ball much, but he's been over 100 yards now in 7 straight contests for the Seton LaSalle Rebels. As the mist has started to come down again here, you can see it a little bit there on your camera. It's easy to see one up in the lights, but the Mohawk Warriors coming out with a little bit of a drizzle. Feels like the playoff game really a couple years ago when Mohawk made their only semifinal appearance in program history. That's what's on deck if they were to get a win tonight. It would only be, again, their second ever trip to the WPIAL semis as the Warriors take the field here at Dormont Stadium. Let's talk real quick about these Mohawk Warriors, and it's got to start with something that has not been done often. Only the second player in WPIAL history to rush for 1,000 yards, pass for 1,000 yards, and have 1,000 yards receiving in his career. Bobby Fadden, he's the straw that stirs the drink. The big key in these last four or five games, Tyler, it's been avoiding the turnovers. That's been the key. They've done that, and look what happens. Last 4 games on a winning streak. Basically, they needed to win all 3 to end the regular season just to make it into the playoffs. They're one of the hottest teams. Obviously, Seton LaSalle winning 9 straight games themselves, probably right up there as the 2 hottest teams right now in Class 2A.
Yeah, you mentioned the 3-0 the 3-0 run to end the season. It was a big win against Western Beaver, who currently sits at the number 2 seed. They take on number 10 seed Riverside tonight. Then you get the huge win on senior day at Mohawk against Freedom, 29-0, and then you had to win to get in against Riverside, and you did just that, winning 35-24. It's been a real barn burner here for Mohawk these last couple weeks. It's a new challenge every week, and they keep on diving right in it, and they're being very successful at what they're doing right now.
Let's take a look at your Nick's Auto Body Impact players you trust. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man, the man you trust, located on South Mill Street in Newcastle. And for Mohawk, it's Joey Nail. They trusted him a lot, and they needed to in those waning moments. So a couple of touchdown receptions, and don't forget the big 45-yard catch with just a couple of seconds remaining to set up that walk-off Andrew Lloyd field goal. But he kind of gets forgotten about what he does as an edge rusher, both against the run and against the pass. You're going to see more from him and the entire defensive front being important in terms of stopping the run here tonight. But Joey Nail, one of the guys that you're going to be talking about a lot.
Yeah, on the defensive side, he's forced 3 fumbles this season, so he's definitely a big impact on the edge for Mohawk. But you talk the offensive side here. This is the 3rd time I've covered Mohawk this year. I covered him week 0 and senior day against Freedom, and both times Joey Nail was either your Maley Chiropractic play of the game or MVP Insurance player of the game. He's a guy who can run down the field and make a really big play when you need it. And just the connection between Fadden and Joey Nail is really something special.
Kymar Freeman, we talked about him real quick. Again, a sophomore, just his 2nd year of organized football. He's been their workhorse as needed. Not the biggest running back out there, Tyler, but he's shifty, he's got the athleticism, and he's got a pretty darn good line in front of him.
Yeah, absolutely, he does. And I think that's going to be a big key here today is you just got to take it one play at a time, rush the ball. I mean, on both sides, both really great defenses on both sides. I expect this to be a really highly offensive game, rather. Just on both sides, I think this could really go with another 17-14 game that we saw last week, or this game could get into the 40-40 range here really quickly.
Funny you say that, because I was actually anticipating the defenses to step up and see another game, maybe like a 17-14, 21-17 style game. And we'll find out who is correct, because, again, I think any of the games, in the way the game flows, and then in the results, I think anything could happen here in this Class 2A tournament. It's a captain's meeting out at midfield for the Seton LaSalle Rebels. It is Aaron Lawrence, as well as DeAndre Hill. Also out there is Captain Will Martin and Logan Hindmarch. Martin, one of a couple of big-time defenders that you're going to be hearing a lot, going to RMU next year. Going to be one of the top guys that Mohawk's going to have to deal with defensively. Mohawk will defer their option to the second half. Their captains out there at midfield are Dan Monaco, Bobby Fadden, and Franklin Kelly. So Seton LaSalle will get the ball first to start this game. Let's take a look at your LGKG home team advantage, your keys to the game. We talked about Freeman. The rest versus rust, what's the biggest thing Seton LaSalle, does it give them an advantage, the fact they're getting the offense out on the field first to maybe kind of brush off some of that rust right away?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they tend to go to the play action a lot, just going back and watching film. You never know what Seton LaSalle's going to do with the ball. We've seen them throw a lot, and we've seen them run the ball a lot. So it's just a matter of how well can Mohawk get to the quarterback, number one, and 2, how can they play in the secondary?
And on the other side, totally rad, Brayton Radsminski, part of that big defensive front. They're going to be put to the test here today to be able to get the best that they can. Because they got to stop the running game first and foremost. And on the other part of it, too, you mentioned Lucas Stratton need to be a big part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mohawk on offense, I mean, they average about 22.5 points per game, so you just got to keep on pace with that. But Seton LaSalle's defense has been strong all year, only holding other teams' defenses to 10.9 points per game.
One of 5 county games tonight, a 6th one tomorrow. Glad you're listening at lcsportsnet.com, watching on the NFHS network. Andrew Lloyd, the lefty kicker, to boot it away. And we are underway. If you're listening, going right to left in the yellow jerseys is Seton LaSalle. This one goes through the hands of the returner right at the goal line and into the end zone 4A touchback. So let's take a look at your Crane Room starting lineups here for tonight's contest. We'll start with the Rebels of Seton LaSalle. Offensive line, Aaron Diggs, William Martinko, Brody Dilla, Dominic Fanny, and Raymond Piagesi. Receivers, Aaron Lords, Jonathan Wega, Matthew Brudzinski. You'll see Will Martin as a wide receiver or tight end. Kymar Freeman, the big running back again, over 1,500 total yards on the year and 21 touchdowns. Kai Jones, the sophomore quarterback, over 1,100 total yards for him and 12 touchdowns. We'll get the Mohawk defense after this first down play as Seton LaSalle goes trips to the right on first down. They'll hand off to Martin trying to get to the outside. He slips away from one, gets away from another, and is going to get about 3 or 4 yards. That's not a flag on the field back at the 19-yard line. Or it is a flag.
Early flag on the play. We'll see what that is.
Yeah, that is not. That is something from one of the players, which is illegal. You're not allowed to have anything yellow that can come out. That should be a penalty, honestly. But, yep, they are taking it away from him. So it is a 4-yard gain on first down for Kymar Freeman. Second down. They check to the sideline, and I think we got movement up front. This time, definitely a flag.
That's a real flag this time.
Offsides is going to be called against Mohawk, one of the defensive linemen jumping a little bit too early. Your Crane Room defensive starters, Braden Radsminski, Joe Rosick, and Dan Monaco on the defensive line. Joey Nail is one of the edge rushers. Cole McDaniel and Lucas Stratton, the other linebackers. And 5 men in the secondary, you typically see Cam Queer, Landon Argero, Jack Patterson, with Bobby Fadden and Corey Fennell at safety. Makes it second down and 1. The wind is something we didn't talk about in the pregame, Tyler. I think that's going to play a big factor here tonight, right now going against Seton LaSalle.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus on turf, too. I mean, could be points where it gets slippy out there.
Handoff up the middle, jump cut right at the line of scrimmage. Got the first down, fighting forward across the 35-yard line. Kymar Freeman gains a 4 and 6 on his 2 first carries on the first down of the contest. Man in motion going to the far side of the field. That's Jonathan Wega. 2 receivers each way, and this is what Seton LaSalle does. They get up to the line quickly, Tyler, and then they go check with me on the sideline to see if they're going to change the play. Shotgun snap, 3rd straight carry in a row for Freeman. Big hole at the middle, across the 40, 45, first down, and upended at midfield by Fadden. But it's going to be another big gain, giving 14 more yards, and you can see Seton LaSalle, that big offensive line, giving big holes up front.
Yeah, we saw Freeman cut up the middle, and he might have trampled or slipped on his way over. He created enough, I guess, momentum for Fadden to get in there for a little bit of a slide tackle.
2 receivers each way. 10-15 remaining in the opening quarter. Ball right at midfield. The opening drive of the game for the top-seeded Rebels. Kai Jones in the gun. Make it 4 straight carries for number 6. This time going nowhere. Lucas Stratton first to hit him for a loss of 1. The freshman, we've talked about him on offense, but he's also had to step in for his big brother, Cass Stratton, suffering that ACL injury back in the 2nd week of the season. I've been more impressed with him at the linebacker position, to be honest, Tyler, even more than what he's done at the running back spot.
Especially with what Bobby Fadden does at quarterback. He tends to throw the ball more a lot or just take it himself. So Lucas Stratton coming up in big ways as much as he can, and he's doing a great job for Mohawk.
Trips left on 2nd and 11. Ball still hanging near midfield, 9:30 remaining in the opening quarter. They get a 5th carry, right up the gut. Nice jump cut across midfield, across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. It's that first quick step, and it is a quick little jump to the left and then a step to the right. Feels like we're doing the time warp a week too late, but it's a good gain to make it 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, 5 plays, 5 carries. I really expect the run game on both sides to happen a lot, especially with the rain being a factor.
Another carry up the gut, dragging tacklers forward, and they'll get the 3rd down conversion. He was hit just shy of the line. The gain was Freeman, but if you watch your LCAP instant replay, kept the legs driving just like you're taught, and moving the chains again for the Rebels.
There's great blocking up front, too, by the Seton LaSalle offensive line, just to be able to plow Freeman through past the first down marker and extra yards.
Needed 4, ended up getting 8, so 6 carries for 38 yards. Will it be 7 in a row as well? Trips left on 1st and 10 with 8:20 remaining in the opening quarter. It is the 7th carry of the game. Freeman can't get away from Nail. Actually, he does finally slip away, but help had arrived in the Warrior defense. No gain on that 1st down carry, but man, oh man. Talked about the rest versus rust. They must feel that they're rested because 7 plays to start the game, all going to Kymar Freeman.
A different formation on that play by Seton LaSalle. Had 3 receivers out to the left instead of just 2 on each side, and I think Mohawk read that beautifully.
And you got to make sure you don't keep the eyes in the backfield too much if you're the Warrior defense, because Kai Jones, again, has shown off the arm with over 700 passing yards, really in just 5 games at QB. He's going to go design run himself to the right side, jumps over a man at the 33, inside the 30 before he's out of bounds. Legally jumping over, it looks like, as there was a player already on the ground. I don't know about that looking at the replay, but they deem a legal hurdle, and it is now 3rd down and 3 after that 7-yard pickup.
He's kind of close, and he slipped. That's why he had to cut back inside and jump up, and it was Corey Fennell who tried to go in and make the tackle for Mohawk, and for Kai Jones, he simply did a little bit of a jump over. Still 3rd and 3, though, for Seton LaSalle, so with how tight the formation is for Seton LaSalle, you want to think another run here right up the middle.
But bunch tight to the right. They're going to pitch it that way on the short side of the field, getting the 1st down on 3rd and 3 is Freeman, though. A flag comes in late back near the line of scrimmage, so hold the phone.
Looks like this is going to be a hold right on the offensive line.
And it is going to push him back. She hears it very little now. It's just very, very fast.
Yeah, it was a late flag, too, as well. Freeman already passed the 1st down marker, but it's a big break for Mohawk.
Turn up your volume on the app as much as you can, man. We can't hear you guys.
Big formation for Seton LaSalle with 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Freeman's out in the backfield. Here on 3rd and 13 for Seton LaSalle.
They're going to go pitch again, this time to the left for Freeman, open side of the field, and he's going to get wrapped up immediately, but again, drags Joey Nail about 3 or 4 extra yards. 4 down territory, and a good call just to get about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, good job, Joe Nail, get in there and receive some assistance from Cole McDaniel in on the tackle, but again, you just got to stop Freeman when you can, because he's just going to keep on trying to plow his way through with his speed.
Give him a gain of 8, and let's make this a reasonable 4th down and 5. Offense still out on the field. The opening drive of the game, already 6 minutes gone on this opening drive for the Rebels. Ball at the 31-yard line. Going for the hard count. No one biting on that Mohawk defense. Still 10 on the play clock. They check again. They get the snap. Handoff. Up the middle, Freeman fighting forward. It's going to be close, and it's going to depend on the spot. And he's about a yard short if the initial spot is good. It's going to be a Medor Bonner Law change in possession after a 10-play drive. No official signal yet. Both teams signaling that they have possession, but he is definitely a yard short. They won't even bring the chains out.
Yeah, you look at the far judge. That's what I initially looked at. He marked it a yard short, and then the near side judge marches it the same place. Our line judge Dave Zaka and side judge Nick Sterator.
As much as you can, tell them about it even more than you can't hear it. Tone check.
It's a big break for Mohawk. They get their first offensive possession at their own 27-yard line. So similar field position to what Seton LaSalle had to start. Although Seton LaSalle ate half of that first quarter away.
Yeah, 6:18 officially off the clock on that opening drive. Now Mohawk at their own 27-yard line with their first possession. We'll get you their Crane Room starting lineups here in a moment. Handoff up the middle for Lucas Stratton. Hesitation, shuffles his way forward. We'll get to about the 30-yard line for a 3-yard pickup. Lucas Stratton, 631 yards on the ground and 5 touchdowns. He's the main running back. You'll see Joey Nail at the tight end position. Wide receivers Landon Ardro, Cole McDaniel, and Corey Fennell. The O-line left to right, Dan Monaco, Alex Kelly, Franklin Kelly, Keisha Lachey, and Braden Radsminski. For quarterback Bobby Fadden, 23 total touchdowns on the season. How about this? 19 career through the air, 17 career on the ground, and 24 career touchdowns receiving. And that was just in his first 2 years, freshman and sophomore year, where he was the wide receiver main target for his cousin Jay Rona, now playing baseball at YSU. 2nd down and 7. Up the middle and nowhere to go this time. Hit immediately in the backfield as Aaron Lawrence came off of the edge there, Tyler, and nowhere for Stratton to go.
Yeah, that's going to be a big difference. There are a lot of great players on the Seton LaSalle defensive line, and they can get to you really quick, and that's exactly what they did right there. So it makes you wonder how much Mohawk is going to run the ball. But again, you got to look at the rain too being a factor. We have not seen a single pass attempt here so far this game.
Again, wind at least going with Mohawk right now, though sometimes that can be just as tough because the ball will sail on a quarterback as a result. Opening drive for Mohawk with 4:10 remaining in the opening quarter. It's 3rd and 8 from their own 29-yard line. Fadden in the gun, drops back, looks for that first pass of the game, throws on the wheel route, has Nail open, it's going to be bobbled, he could not hang on to it. He was wide open on the wheel route here as you watch the replay. Fadden's going to want that one back because he threw it a little bit too much mustard, needed to air it out to let his receiver go under it there, Ty.
Yeah, you talk about the wind and the rain. It's blowing that way. I think the wind is a big factor in the throw because that was a beautifully placed ball there by Bobby Fadden, just unfortunately right out of the reach of Joe Nail. That was Will Martin for Seton LaSalle back in coverage, hopefully to wrap him up rather quickly, but a big break for Seton LaSalle.
So 3 and out after a 10-play drive, and now back to punt it away will be Mohawk, and it is Fadden, remember, as the punter, so keep that in mind for any potential fakes. He does a little rugby-style boot, line drive kick, and it's a beauty. Bounce at the 25, and it's still rolling inside the 10, inside the 5, and they're going to let it roll down to the 3-yard line. Wow. 31 and 47. That is a 68-yard punt.
Wow. His longest up to this point is 51.
Wow.
That's a great punt by Bobby Fadden. He averages about 33.7 yards per punt. About doubled that one and more.
So changes the field position with 3:49 remaining. And again, a little bit of wind at the back, probably assist it. We get a quick score update as they begin to come across. Neshannock with an early 7-0 lead. Other way around. My apologies. Trailing 7-0 as Matt Sig with a surprise touchdown run for Fort Cherry. Freeman, surprise, gets the carry. Already his 10th carry with 3:45 remaining in the opening quarter, and he gets out close to the 10-yard line, so quickly out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Yeah, Freeman tried to cut that one inside, met by Franklin Kelly to wrap up. Mohawk's defensive line's got to step up big, and they did on that play.
Gain of 6. 10 carries for 56 yards already in the game for Freeman. He has touched the ball on 10 of the 11 plays so far. Handoff again to Freeman up the middle. Bounces off a tackle right at the first down marker and falls forward across the 14-yard line. Mark it right at the 14. Gain of 5 and another first down. And a whistle and a stoppage now as they're... Thank you. Correction, that was not Freeman, so they got Freeman out and DeAndre Hill with that carry.
DeAndre Hill, 76 attempts coming into today, 477 total yards, averaging 6.3 yards a carry. 5 touchdowns on the season. Run game so far playing really well for Seton LaSalle. Some you got to watch if you're Mohawk here and you want to stop that as soon as possible.
And right now they have not been able to stop anything with 3:03 remaining in the opening quarter. Seton LaSalle a 10-play drive that ended in a turnover on downs. Took 6 minutes plus off the clock. Mohawk 3 and out, and now the Rebels back in possession, still scoreless late in the opening frame. Jones in the gun on 1st and 10. High snap, and he's going to have to roll out to his right. Gets away from Radziminski, now fires on the run. Has a man wide open. Fingertip catch made by Lawrence at midfield. He is gone. 85-yard touchdown completion. With 2:33 remaining, the top seed Rebels on the board first.
Yeah. That was a designed run. You could tell it right off the bat, and because of the high snap, Jones has to roll out to the right, puts a man upfield and fortunately had a man wide open in Matthew Brodzinski. He makes the catch just barely on the fingertips, and he's off to the races. No Warriors there except for Landon Argero, who tried to catch up to him, but to no avail, and Seton LaSalle on the board.
What the difference just an inch makes. It was Lawrence on the catch, 2, not 3, or 2, not 1. Snap back, kick is up. And the kick attempt from Jeremy Rose splits the uprights. It's 7-0 in favor of Seton LaSalle over Mohawk with 2:30 remaining in the first quarter. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
man?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again for people who maybe thought college wasn't the answer. We're making college practical with programs tied to in-demand jobs that prepare you for success right away. We're making college accessible by breaking down barriers and offering more choices. We're making college approachable with faculty who understand where you're coming from and help you get where you're going. At Penn West, we're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Your Joseph's Marketplace drive summary, Mr. Tyler Aaron.
3 plays, 97 yards, ends in an 85 passing touchdown from Jones to Lourdes for the score.
Kickoff taken at the 15-yard line for Mohawk, and running into his own man was the returner. Hickman on the tackle, gobbling up. I believe that was Cameron Queer on the return. 2:27 remaining. Mohawk right now, let's just do a couple little things. Let's get a first down and try to get things going. But I want to mention how different those last 2 passes could be. A little bit of air, just enough to be able to get the touchdown catch for Lawrence. On the other side, not quite enough air going with the wind, and it ends up being the little difference that it went off of the fingernails of Joey Nail.
And fortunately for Mohawk, the wind has calmed down. It looks like it's barely even raining now. So a good factor here for Bobby Fadden and company.
Starting at their own 25-yard line as Fadden drops back, looks to pass, no one open, now rolls out to his right, chased from behind, he's going to throw it, come back to the football. Did he keep the feet in bounds? The officials say no. Knee was down out of bounds as trying to make the toe tap and catch was Joey Nail here on the near sideline.
Yeah, it was Aaron Diggs on the edge for Seton LaSalle, cut inside, forced Bobby Fadden out of the pocket, and kind of for a desperation throw by Fadden. And I like Mohawk passing the ball more here so far.
If you're looking for the Neshannock game, you can follow along on Twitter. Garrett Dolan giving the live tweet updates throughout the course of the game, as long as he's not busy following around for Coach Narduzzi of Pitt at that game tonight. Checking out Matt Sigg, the former Penn State commit. 7-0 here, Rebels leading Mohawk. They go trips to the left, does Mohawk here on 2nd and 10 with 2:19 remaining in the opening quarter. They're going to go fake pitch outside, handoff on the inside trap to Nail, breaks away from one, but he's not going to go much further than that. In fact, no gain on the carry for Joey Nail.
There's a little bit of a delayed pitch in front to Joe Nail, and it almost looked like the ball came out late out of Fadden's hand on the pitch in front to Nail. So Nail had to catch it kind of behind his back, and by the time he twists his body around, he's met by a couple Seton LaSalle Rebels ready to pounce on him.
That was the play that A.J. Verdi used to run from the tight end position so well, as basically an extra running back from the tight end on that little end around. Shout out to A.J. Shout out to Leah Verdi running the cameras for us here tonight at Dormont Stadium if you're watching at NFHS Network. Minute 30 remaining in the opening quarter, 3rd and 10 for the Warriors, down by 7. Fadden drops back, now has to step up in the pocket. Rolling against his body, throws it down the field, man streaking down the far sideline, and it's going to be caught at the 45 of Seton LaSalle.
Well, it was one-on-one coverage the whole way down. It was Nail, and it was Martin. And it looked like Martin might have got a first touch on it, but it's Joey Nail that comes down with the catch. A big play. Like I said earlier, Joe Nail he's going to be a guy who's going to run downfield, is going to make a big play for Mohawk, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Mohawk.
Well, it's win or play basketball here tonight, and that looked like a basketball play. Joey Nail going up for a rebound like Coach O'Leary was telling him to go up and get a second chance effort. Moves the ball to the 44. That is a 27-yard pickup on 3rd and 10. And again, if you got linebackers covering Joey Nail, you're going to have a jump ball advantage more often than not. Fake, keeper for Fadden up the gut, and he is hit immediately. Nowhere to go in the trenches. The defensive front, let's look at the Crane Room starting lineup again from the defense of Seton LaSalle. Aaron Diggs, Logan Hindmarch, Landon France on the defensive line. You'll see Aaron Lords, Legend Williams, DeAndre Hill, and Elijah Hickman, the linebackers. And in the secondary, Ronald Pope, Kymar Freeman, Kai Jones, and George Hawkins. No room up there in the running game so far for the Warriors. And they will not run another play. That will be the end of a very fast-moving first quarter. Seton LaSalle leading Mohawk by a score of 7-0. We'll take a quick break. Be back in a moment. You're watching on the NFHS Network, listening on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
You can shop for pretty much anything online. Clothes, food, vacations, you name it. All without ever leaving the comfort of your couch. Finally, banking can be just that easy too. With the all-new FMB e-store, you can shop for hundreds of financial products to manage your money, all from the comfort of your couch. From clicks to bricks, we've got you covered. Experience the FMB e-store in branch, on your phone, or online at fmb-online.com.
You're always on the winning team with the Power of Bowser, the official car dealer of the WPIAL. Visit powerofbowser.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to find your perfect vehicle. Get the absolute best price and the best car buying experience around. See the full lineup at powerofbowser.com. Powerofbowser.com, where the power of Bowser is yours.
7-0 to start the second quarter. Seton LaSalle, the number 1 seed in Class 2A, with the lead over Mohawk. Those starting lineups again brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Hey, if you're watching at the Crane Room right now, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Mike. Make sure you take care of Mike. He takes care of us on Friday nights. It's a great post-game tradition every Friday night at the Crane Room Grill. And don't forget, select appetizers, half off there tonight if you are watching that game. If you're watching the Newcastle game as well, we thank you, and we thank the Crane Room and all of our great sponsors for everything they do for us at lcsportsnet.com. Mohawk second drive for them of the game. 2nd and 10 at the Seton 44-yard line. Quick out, and it's going to be bobbled. It's going to be deflected right back into the hands of Bobby Fadden. So it's going to be a completion to Fadden from Fadden. His first completion, or his first reception since his freshman year. Not the way you draw it up, though, because he loses it from his own 44. From the Seton 44 back to his own 45.
Well, he had to watch because Legend Williams for Seton LaSalle was right there, and he had a handout ready to pull that in. That's definitely a first for me to see a play like that. I was waiting for Bobby Fadden to throw the ball again, but that's technically an illegal play.
Correct, but
at that point,
it is legal for him to go and catch it, and the awareness to be able to do that as well. End of the first quarter, scoreless between Aliquippa and Newcastle in that big 4A semifinal game. Loss of 11 on the Fadden to Fadden pass makes it 3rd down and 21. Fadden breaks out of the pocket, throwing on the run. Another one deflected at the line. This time it's number 61, Aaron Diggs, getting the hand on the football.
Yeah, Fadden had to run out quickly and collided with Lucas Stratton, and Fadden had to backpedal a lot more than what he wanted to do. And the pass almost picked off again.
So after the long completion near the end of the first quarter, a couple of tip passes at the line. And a good job by the Seton LaSalle defense. You know, you can't get to the quarterback, Tyler. You get your hands up and knock it down. Fadden to boot it away. Lone return man standing at his 20. It was a 68-yard punt the last time for Fadden. This one, though, against the wind and was nearly blocked. It's going to bounce near the 30 and take a Mohawk roll down to the 22-yard line. That's where the Rebels will have their third possession with 10:52 remaining here in the first half. Coming up at the half, we will have our UPMC halftime show. UPMC is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care, getting you back on your feet faster. UPMC.com. All Rebels here so far, a 10-play drive, no points on the opening drive of the game, but then a quick hitter, a 97-yard drive, an 85-yard touchdown pass. Rebels certainly shaking off any rust very quickly. Now traveling with the wind, they send trips to the right on 1st and 10 for Kai Jones. Freeman will get the handoff, cuts to the near side, big hole to the 30, across the 30 to the 32, still fighting forward for a first down to the 35-yard line. 13 on that one for Kymar Freeman.
Yeah, Bobby Fadden tried to go in for another challenge for the tackle and just simply missed it. And when Freeman breaks a tackle, you know, his speed, he just carries him the whole way. And fortunately for Seton LaSalle, gets the first down on that one, but you're going to have to stop the run here soon. We haven't seen a single pass attempt yet by Kai Jones, or excuse me, just the one for the touchdown.
But it was another one that it felt like it was going to be a quick play in a different direction. Because of a bobbled snap, it actually led to a open pass down the field as Jones again up the gut, or excuse me, Freeman getting the handoff up the gut. 2 plays, 2 first downs, this one a gain of 12 out to the 47.
Take a look at the replay here, brought to you by LCAP. Missed a couple tackles in there as Dan Monaco, excuse me, in there. Same formation again for Seton LaSalle, so interesting them just sticking with the same formation, but the run plays are working.
Well, they go quick bubble screen to the near side where they felt they had a man advantage, and that's exactly what they get. Only 2 defenders on 3 blockers, and the completion is made to Major Reed.
This is Jack Patterson getting the tackle for Mohawk on the play, and if it wasn't for Jack Patterson, he might have been off to the races the whole way down the sideline.
Gain of 6 for Reed, only his 4th reception of the season. 9:15 remaining on a winding first quarter clock. Got score updates going across the bottom line. Second quarter, excuse me. First half, second quarter. Close enough. 6-7. Play action. Pump fake going down the near sideline. Deep throw. It's going to be way incomplete, but pass interference is going to be called as Brodzinski going one-on-one with Landon Argero. NFL, you're probably going to get an uncatchable call because it was out in front, but the interference certainly holding him up, and no such thing as uncatchable either, by the way, in high school football.
Yeah, we learned that one last week when you and I both were at New Shannock and Leechburg, and that ball was 100% overthrown by at least 5 yards on the intended target, but you tell there was a little bit of holding there by Landon Argero, but in high school, it only goes up 15 yards. It doesn't go to the spot of the foul like it does in the NFL.
Your officiating crew, by the way, tonight, referee Lee McGinnis, umpires Andrew Richardson, linesman John Fournier, and line judge Dave Zakia. Nick Sterator and Bill Quinn, the side judge and field judge. Handoff again up the middle. Huge hole for Freeman. First down and more. Inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the end zone for Kymar Freeman from 34 yards out, doubling the Rebels' advantage.
Yeah, take a look at the replay here. Kymar Freeman gets the handoff. He wants to go out to the outside of the sideline, but he cuts right back in, right in between 2 Warriors. That was Bobby Fadden and Landon Argero. That he cut right in between them and ran in for the touchdown.
34-yard touchdown, already now over 100 yards on the ground is Kymar Freeman with 8:50 remaining in the first half. On to attempt the hold is Jack Mead. Low snap, he corrals it, and the kick up and good by Rose. 14-0 Seton LaSalle over Mohawk. Back in a moment. Watching on the NFHS Network, listening on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tonight, someone is cold, hungry, and forgotten. At City Rescue Mission, we're more than a shelter. We're a bright beacon of light in our community, serving those in need to make our community stronger and healthier. We offer real help and real hope, and that hope is Jesus. We serve him by serving others in love, grace, mercy, and compassion. But we can't do it without you. Be the reason someone's story is rewritten in Christ. Give today at cityrescuemission.org.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
14-0 as we return to Dormont Stadium with 8:50 remaining in the first half. Kickoff is going to go through the hands of Queer, and he's going to pick it back up just shy of the goal line, but actually the ball had crossed the plane before he corralled it, so that is a touchback, and the ball will move out to the 20-yard line. Even though he touches it first outside the goal line, as long as he doesn't fully possess it, the ball gets into the end zone before he does get possession. Touchback out to the 20. Again, another Joseph's Marketplace drive summary. 4 plays, 78 yards, just 2 minutes off of the clock. Making quick work of it after that opening drive there, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, the run game is working for Seton LaSalle, so don't fix it if it ain't broke.
Mohawk needs to find something to fix on the offensive side of things, particularly running the football. 4 carries for just 2 yards so far, as the Seton LaSalle trench warfare has been impressive so far. There you go, tight formation, trips to the left. Actually 4 receivers to the left. Handoff Stratton going to the right, cuts up field, gets across the 25, and he's got a hope avenue to the 30, to the 35. 2 hands on the football as he's dragged down from behind at the 43-yard line. Like I said, don't run it anymore. 22-yard pickup for the freshman.
Yeah, interesting formation. You put 4 receivers out to the left, so that takes a whole bunch of the secondary onto that side. So what do? You counteract it to the right side, then you cut it up the middle and get a big gain there on first down.
And a little life from the far side of the field. With 8:30 remaining now in the first half, a 14-0 Seton LaSalle advantage. Only the second first down picked up for Mohawk. They're going to the same formation now, but flip it over to the right with that bunt set. Now a pistol formation with Stratton behind Fadden, who takes the snap. This time Fadden will keep it himself, and he's going to be hit immediately. Not fooled right up the gut was Legend Williams.
Yeah, they tried doing the same formation again as the Cash Stratton. It's just a quarterback keep this time. So you put all those receivers on the right side, and then you do that counteract move again. This time you ran it once on Seton LaSalle. That's the thing with the Rebels, is they learn from their mistakes really quickly, and you could tell right away there a big play by the Rebels defense.
And you don't see many mistakes very often either from the top seed here in the 2A bracket. Trying to make a return trip to Acrisure. They were the runners-up to South Park a season ago. 2 receivers each way on 2nd and 11. Quick slant, going to be caught by Argero. Cutting up the field, makes 2 men miss. Slips away from a third, dives forward near midfield. He's going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 48. So a good pickup of 8 yards to make this a 3rd and manageable. Call it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it's a great job by Argero to make the catch and run backwards in a half circle move to dodge 2 tacklers by Seton LaSalle, and just tripped up just enough for him to fall out of bounds, but he's not tripped up there at least another 10 yards on the catch.
Down to 7:22 remaining in quarter number 2. 2 receivers bunched to the right and a third one wide to the top of the screen. On 3rd and 4 from Mohawk, trailing by 2 scores. Handoff up the middle. Keeper actually for Fadden. Had me fooled, had the defense fooled across midfield for the first down, and then he is hit hard at the 43-yard line. Ball comes out late, and it is a fumble recovered by Seton LaSalle.
There's a flag too, right around the 40-yard line as well. It was thrown right as the tackle was happening. So
I don't know if he may have, I think the official may have just meant to drop the beanbag. I think he did. No flag on the play. Replay looked like he may have been down. We'll take a look at the LCAP instant replay again. Go ahead and let it play through again one more time for me, Jacob, if you would. As yeah, the official just meant to drop the beanbag. Looks like the ball comes down when he hits the turf. A break for the Rebels. The top seed doesn't need a break, but they do get one. As that was a third down conversion, but then a Medora Bonner Law change in possession. Make sure you protect your possessions at MedoraBonnerLaw.com.
That was Will Martin able to pick up that fumble for Seton LaSalle. It definitely stand out for me so far on defense. He's been in coverage against Joe Nail so far.
7:11 remaining in the first half. Little pop pass forward on the jet sweep action coming to the near side. And he's got room. He's across midfield to the 40. Off to the races. There is a flag. This touchdown will come back. Jonathan Wega for now a 65-yard touchdown. But Laundry in the area of holding. And there was a lineman with a big grasp of jersey on the near sideline. And coach not pleased. Can't tell if he's not pleased with the officials or not pleased with his line.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of unhappy fans here in front of us here from Dormont Memorial Stadium, but a lot of the Warriors kind of stopped midway through. You see they weren't hustling a lot, and most of the offensive line for Seton LaSalle knew a flag was coming in.
Yeah, you can see right there at the beginning of the replay, the lineman on the near side basically just gave a bear hug and a tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he actually had a good block initially, but then didn't let him go, and that's why the penalty ended up getting called. So I have to give a credit of 3-yard completion and then a 10-yard penalty, so that'll make it 1st and 17 officially. Pass to the near side on a little bubble screen. Stratton will make the tackle after a short gain. Ronald Polk on the completion. Gets back near the original line of scrimmage. I like that. Didn't even grab the laces. Just get the ball, wing it out there.
Yeah, well, Jack Patterson gave him a lot of room, so all what Polk has to do is turn around, catch the ball, and get as many yards as he can on the play, and that's exactly what he did.
4 completions for Kai Jones to 4 different receivers. Spreading the wealth are the Rebels. A 14-0 advantage as we approach the midway point of the opening quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Ball at the Seton LaSalle 34-yard line. They go trips left. Hand off up the middle. This is Hill. Or excuse me, that is Freeman again. He's going to drag tacklers forward across the 40 out to the 42 for another gain of 8 yards. I got him for 14 carries for a $123 already.
Yeah, Dan Monaco there, or Monaco, was holding Freeman's jersey in the back, but just to pull him back in like a fishing lure. Just reel him back in and take him down. That's exactly what he did.
Gets any colder, we're going to be going ice fishing here at this point, Tyler. Trips tight to the right. They'll again check with me at the sideline. Lone receiver to the top of the formation is Matt Brzezinski on 3rd down and 2. Low snap, able to corral it without putting the knee down. Good job by the quarterback Jones, and a big run. How about dragging more tacklers across midfield all the way down to the 40-yard line?
It was Cole McDaniel that tripped him up at the very end. McDaniel was flat on his stomach with a Seton LaSalle Rebel on top of him and just able to trip up Freeman enough. But regardless, it's still a 1st down for Seton LaSalle.
Yeah, 1st down and then some. Call that a gain of, I can do quick math, 16.
You do it quicker than me. You're the math teacher.
I had an off day today. Play action. Jones dropping back, looking down the field, fires one down the middle. Man streaking towards the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. But again, Argero grabbed a hold of Brodzinski. May have prevented 6 points, but they will give up 15 yards.
It is another overthrown pass that I think would have been overthrown if there's no pass interference on the play, but it's for the 2nd time today. Landon Argero with the hold running down the field, and 15 more yards for Seton LaSalle.
Yeah, that one's close enough where it landed that without the hold, it would have been really tight of potentially catching that ball. So I think a good penalty call, but maybe a good penalty taken as well by Mohawk.
Especially if you could stop them here.
The ball now down to the 26-yard line. Rebels already with a 2-touchdown advantage. 4:50 remaining in the first half. Jones hands off to Freeman. He's got a convoy in front, inside the 20, dragging forward before Kelly can make the tackle. That's Franklin Kelly on the stop, but not until another 9-yard pickup, and into the red zone go the Rebels.
Yeah, what's really hurting Mohawk right now is nobody can really drag Freeman down. It's got to be at least 2 or 3 Mohawk Warriors getting in there. We saw it there. Franklin Kelly had most of the rapid there, but he still needed assistance just to bring Freeman down.
You can see they brought in an extra lineman to try to stop this running game, and no success with that so far here tonight for Mohawk. High snap. Handoff up the gut. New running back in there again is DeAndre Hill. His second carry. He's going to fight forward. He's got the first down all the way down to the 10-yard line. Even when it feels like, hey, they stopped him pretty nicely there. Nope, that's still an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, just the running game just nonstop working, and average yards, it's got to be about 8 yards per carry for both of these running backs. And for Seton LaSalle, you just got to keep on going with that same game plan. If it's working, just keep on going with it here. Especially it's slippery outside. It's rain still coming down. It's windy. No, not ideal conditions for the passing game.
Still Hill in the backfield to the left of Jones. First and goal, ball right at the 10-yard line. Play action. Rolling out to his left is Jones. Chased by Radzminski. Gets away from him. Gets inside the 10, inside the 5, to the goal line. Jones is in there for the touchdown. Kai Jones, 10-yard touchdown run. Makes it 20-0 on your Parada Jones-McCree touchdown.
Yeah, Kai Jones immediately rolls out of the pocket on the play, and when he gets tripped up at about the 5-yard line, and at that point he's stumbling forward, and that's hard to stop any guy who's stumbling forward with momentum. You gotta have to have a lot of force to counteract all the momentum that Kai Jones is pushing ahead, and fortunately for Kai Jones, he falls his way right into the end zone for the touchdown.
With 3:24 remaining in the first half, point after attempt is up. Jeremy Rose 3 for 3, 21-0 Rebels. Let's take a look real quick at the LCAP instant replay again. Dragging his way into the end zone, Kai Jones makes it a 3-score advantage here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
3:24 remaining in the first half. Top-seeded Seton LaSalle in control, 21-0 over Mohawk. As Rose will now boot it away, end-over-end kick will be taken at the 5-yard line by Patterson. Or excuse me, that's Cameron Queer. Tries to cut to the far sideline, and he's not going to get back to the 20. That's where Mohawk will take over, 1st and 10. I want to remind you, coming up each Wednesday, we'll continue our Lawrence County SportsNet Beyond the Scoreboard podcast as we take a look at the recaps of the previous week's games, and of course looking ahead to what will be the semifinal Friday and championship Saturday in the WPIAL. Also championship Saturday potentially. We'll have the Wilmington game tomorrow. That is a 7 o'clock start with our friends at Sports Radio 96.7. We'll help provide the video coverage of that one as well. You see the scores going across your bottom line, your Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard. Follow us on Twitter for all those updates as well.
Score update, Laurel beating Chartiers Houston at the half, 14-0.
21-0 the score here with just 3:17 remaining in the first half. As Fadden drops back to pass, looks to set up the screen, and again it's tipped and intercepted, and it's going to be a big man touchdown, and who else? It's Will Martin. making the pick six for the May the Chiropractic Play of the Game nomination.
Yeah, what a play. Will Martin is nice tip, Joe, in front. And it was a three-man rush early on by Seton LaSalle. And Bobby Fadden just panicked. You just got to throw it as quick as you can, or else you're going to get blindsided by a bunch of Rebels. And unfortunately for Bobby Fadden, it's quickly picked off, and it's a 4-score game.
Will Martin, you're going to see him playing on Saturdays next year, making Friday night his home. A 10-yard pick six, credit Aaron Lawrence with the tip. And Will Martin takes it to the house. 3:09 remaining in the first half. Now 28-0 Seton LaSalle on the Lawrence County SportsNet and watching on the NFHS network.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands.
Will Martin with the pick six. 2 touchdowns, just 15 seconds apart. Jeremy Rose, after his 4th PAT, now boots it away again. Going left to right if you're listening at lcsportsnet.com. Your free audio broadcast tonight brought to you by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Fadden on the return from the 6. Stutters at the 20. Hesitates, now finds a hole and gets out to about the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Got to have amnesia, and you just were about to say it before the last drive. I think the same thing stays true here, Tyler. Get a couple first downs, try to get a score before halftime, get a little momentum.
Yeah, eat up as much clock as you can and finish the drive in the end zone. And, you know, you get the ball at half, you score there, you make it a 2-score game with a lot to go in the second half. You just got to capitalize here if you're Mohawk.
I'll start at the 23-yard line with 3:02 remaining. What, 3 deflected passes we've seen tonight?
Yes.
1 almost intercepted, 1 caught by Fadden himself, and that one caught by Martin for the 10-yard pick six. Fadden will go to the air on 1st and 10, steps up in the pocket, now dancing around to his right. He's going to fire as he's getting hit, and it's going to be incomplete down the far sideline as he was dragged down right as he unleashed the football.
Again, it's that Seton LaSalle defensive line, and Aaron Diggs, Logan Hinmarch, and Landon Franz, they all just get up into Bobby Fadden quickly, and unfortunately for Fadden, he's got to roll out of the pocket immediately. In that case, had to roll out right, just try and fire it downfield to an open man, and to no avail there.
2:54 remaining in the first half. Rebels' first drive went 10 plays without a score, but basically since then, nigh untouchable. 2nd and 10. Play action. Keeper on the zone read. Fadden tries to get to the outside. He's got nowhere to go. Take your pick. About 4 or 5 yellow jerseys stringing out the play for a loss of 3. Will Martin again amongst them.
Yeah, Will Martin, Ronald Polkin, he was out on the outside. Came right in once we saw Bobby Fadden was coming his way just to get in there and take Fadden down. Absolutely no running room for Bobby Fadden.
Seton LaSalle team, they've shaken off if there was any rust here seen tonight, Tyler. They got rid of it in a hurry.
Very interesting to see what Mohawk does here. You absolutely have to get a first down.
But 3rd and 13, clock just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Already a 4-score Rebels advantage, and they're going to play it safe and hand it off on 3rd down and long to Lucas Stratton. Drags a couple of carriers forward, back to the original line of scrimmage, but that is it. And we'll have a Pontius Insurance timeout called by Seton LaSalle with 2:01 remaining in the first half. Make sure you take the timeout and save money on your insurance with a local agent at PontiusInsurance.com. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. Kick off the school year with a visit to Sims Cafe on Wilmington Road, serving breakfast, lunch, and signature beverages. Stop in, give them a call, or order online at simscafe.net. And remember, kids 10 and under get a free pancake or waffle every Saturday. With new specials weekly, it's no wonder Sims Cafe is where sandwiches equal smiles. Fourth and 10 with 2:01 remaining in the first half. Mohawk will look to boot it away. Bobby Fadden, the punter, return man, standing at his own 44-yard line. And it is Ronald Polk ready to receive the punt, as Fadden, high spiraling punt, will bounce right at midfield, take a sideways bounce, taken on the bounce dangerously by Polk. He's hit immediately by Radziminski, able to get a couple of yards out of it. Dangerous play by Polk, but with a 4-score lead. Yeah, maybe you can afford to take a risk like that, though I'm sure a coach on the sideline is going to be questioning that one a little bit.
Yeah, at this point for Seton LaSalle, maybe a high-risk, high-reward play is what they wanted to do there. And Polk, I just simply tried to get Mohawk special teams just a little bit off guard of them just trying to play that, but that was a high bounce, and Polk wanted to take full advantage of it.
We'll get you the full halftime stats when we return after our halftime break, but Seton LaSalle trying to get one more score on the board before they go to the half. Rifled it to the near sideline, caught at the 40-yard line, a first down, first catch of the game for Matthew Brodzinski. That was a cannon coming out of Kai Jones's hands.
Get the radar gun out there. That was an absolute seam right there on the near sideline to make the catch, and this Rebels offense just near perfect.
Kai Jones has been throwing the football, 2 incompletions, but they were both pass interference, so they don't count. 5 for 5 for 111 yards. He'll now switch the formation. Clock stopped with the receiver getting out of bounds on the last play. Jones again looks to the air, covered this time. He'll step up in the pocket quickly. He'll get dragged down after a short gain, and another quick timeout called by Seton LaSalle's Tim Storino. We'll take another quick timeout with that Pontius Insurance timeout. Back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet and watching on the NFHS Network.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
Four Parada, Jones, McCree touchdowns for the Rebels in the first half. And looking for more with 1:41 remaining. And ball at the Mohawk 46-yard line. Low pass on the bubble screen is going to be caught and going straight to the ground as Ronald Polk. He gets the catch, but the clock will run after no gain. 3rd down and 10 coming. 1:30 remaining as the Rebels quickly get up to the line.
Yeah, just a low pass there, and Polk had to make a sliding catch there. Already down on contact when your knee hits the ground. So
I'll tell you what, there have been a couple low snaps that Kai Jones has done a good job of keeping the knee off of the turf and not getting a loss. He's got 2 receivers each way, 1:10 remaining as he goes for the snap, and McDaniel going in on the A-gap blitz. Got a little too antsy and crossed the line. 3rd and 10 just became 3rd and 5.
Yeah, not what you want to do. if you're Mohawk here, because now that creates a running chance here for Seton LaSalle, who has just been dominant all game so far.
Kymar Freeman, 16 carries for 149 yards. 3rd down and 5, trips to the left, and now the clock stopped as well for the Rebels. 3rd and 5, ball marked right at the Mohawk 30. Hard count, now the snap, handoff up the middle, and getting the 1st down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. That is DeAndre Hill with the carry. Ball came out late. Mohawk saying they have the football. Now they're getting back to the line quickly.
Yeah, that offsides play, very impactful piece. Like I said, that created a rushing chance on 3rd down for Seton LaSalle, and that's exactly what they did, and they capitalized on it.
Only the 4th 3rd down attempt of the game for Seton LaSalle. They are 3 for 4. Back to the air, pump fake, throw to the flat, man wide open, caught at the 20-yard line, going to the far sideline, makes a man miss at the 10, to the 5. Aaron Lawrence to the goal line. Touchdown, Seton LaSalle. Rada Jones McCree touchdown with 39 seconds remaining. The extra point forthcoming. It's 34-0 Rebels. 2nd touchdown reception for Lawrence on the day.
That's a weird snap to Jones.
Kick is up and good. Let's take a look at that instant replay. 35-0 your score. Snap off to the side, yeah. That was off the handoff on the previous play there, so apologies. But a 24-yard touchdown completion, 2nd one of the game for Aaron Lawrence. 35-0 Rebels. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Congratulations to the October LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk Girls Volleyball as October's LCAP Team of the Month for winning their first section title in program history and their first playoff victory in program history as well. Congratulations to Coach Anna Fadden and the Mohawk Warrior Volleyball Team, your LCAP Team of the Month. Third touchdown in just 2 minutes and 45 seconds late in the first half for Seton LaSalle, and barring a score with just 39 seconds remaining in the first half, Tyler, we're going to have a running clock in the second half.
Yeah, it was a 6 plays, 51 yards on the play. And again, this Seton LaSalle offense is just perfect. I mean, it's the reason why they're the #1 seed. They've just been dominant on both sides of the ball here against Mohawk.
Deep kick will be taken inside the 5 by Cameron Queer. Going to go towards the far side, gets back out to the 20 before he is stopped there by Elijah Hickman. He's actually driven all the way back inside his 10 before they blow the whistle with 31 seconds remaining in the first half.
If I'm Mohawk here, I just do what you can. If you get points, that's awesome, but maybe getting it to half is what you need just to get in the locker room, regroup, come out here. Unfortunately, you had the running clock, but you do get the ball coming out at halftime. You can really claw away at this giant LaSalle lead.
First half numbers are going to be staggering when we give your gem scoring recap at the halftime break. Speaking of halftime, it is halftime between Newcastle and Aliquippa. Scoreless in that one. Plenty of touchdowns here at Dormont Stadium, but all for the green and gold. That's Fadden going nowhere, and he actually fumbles the football at the 17-yard line as he's sacked. Loss of 5, recovered by the Rebels with 25 seconds remaining in the first half.
That was Aaron Lawrence off the edge to get to the quarterback first and to come down.
I think Lawrence recovers the fumble. He's had himself a night. Will Martin forces the fumble. So those two combined, it was Lawrence tipping it to Martin for an interception earlier. Now the other way around. Martin returning the favor, forcing the fumble for Lawrence to fall on it.
Yeah, well, Will Martin has recovered a fumble. He has a pick 6 so far. Just those two off the edge big factor of the Seton LaSalle defense and another opportunity for Seton LaSalle to add to the lead.
Rolling out, Kai Jones throw towards the pylon, sliding for it, making the catch as Brodzinski makes the catch, but outside of the end zone. They're going to quickly get up to the line. Ball at the 1 yard line. That's a 16-yard pickup. First and goal from the 1.
First and goal, Rebels.
Waiting to start the clock. Still haven't started it. Now they will hand it off and get an easy walk-in touchdown for Kymar Freeman.
Touchdown.
Make it 4 touchdowns in 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yeah, this one just an easy walk-in for Freeman. Just cut out to the right side. The defensive line for Mohawk going nowhere on the play. Just looked like Freeman's going in on a Friday night walk right into the end zone.
41-0 with 13 seconds remaining in the first half. As Rose remains perfect on the kicks. Kai Jones perfect through the air. The Rebels about as perfect as you can be on a Friday night here at Dormont Stadium. 42-0 just before half on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Another quick scoring drive. Just 2 plays off the clock. Two plays off the board, 17 seconds off of the clock. 17 yards as well. Increasing now a 42-0 Seton LaSalle advantage as Cameron Queer again on the return from the 5-yard line, and Martin wraps him down on the tackle near the 20-yard line with 4 seconds remaining in the first half. And coming about the half, we'll have performances for both the Rebel and Warrior marching bands. We'll get you your first half scoring recap as well, brought to you by Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on across the WPIAL as well with your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Big shout to them. Relax and ride with daily routes to Pittsburgh and routes all around Lawrence County. You can get routes and schedules. They're all available at newcastletransit.org. Four seconds remaining. Number 4 in the gun. We'll hand it off to Stratton up the middle, past the 20, out to the 25. One of the better gains of the night. Goes for a first down, a gain of 11. It's only the 3rd first down of the first half for Mohawk compared to 17 for the Rebels. That equates to a 42-0 Seton LaSalle lead at the half. The top seed in control here at Dormont Stadium. We'll come back and get you the halftime stats and figures and get you the halftime show performances from both marching bands. When we return, you're watching on the NFHS Network, listening for free on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
I'm Kevin Stapp. I'm president of the Mohawk Education Association. We are one of the sponsors for the Lawrence County SportsNet. We would like to take a moment to wish all of Lawrence County student athletes health and safety as they compete. In particular, we would like to wish luck to all of Mohawk student athletes as they represent our school with pride.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
42-0, Seton LaSalle leading Mohawk as our UPMC halftime show begins. We're going to turn it over to the field for the Warrior and Rebel marching bands. 42-0, Rebels with the lead. Here's the Mohawk marching band.
Oh, Jack. One more, Jack.
buddy.
Shout out to the Rebel Marching Band and the Warriors Marching Band for their halftime performances here tonight. Shout out to Seton LaSalle in control here this evening. Tyler Aaron alongside for the fun. And it's been fun if you're a Rebels fan. Absolutely impressive what this offense has done. We'll get the full numbers here in a moment, Tyler, but just dissect this first half and what they've been able to do here tonight.
Well, the only drive that Seton LaSalle had, which didn't result in a touchdown, was the very first drive of the game. Seton LaSalle marched down into Mohawk territory, 10 plays on the first drive, ended in a turnover on downs. Fortunately for Mohawk, it's been the same case from drive 1 to now. Just consistent punts the whole way around. Second drive for Seton LaSalle ends in an 85-yard touchdown to Aaron Lourdes on a high snap to Kai Jones. Rolls out of the pocket, fires downfield for the longest touchdown that we've seen so far here tonight. Third drive for Seton LaSalle ends in a 34-yard rushing touchdown to Kymar Freeman. Next drive later for Seton LaSalle, 10-yard rushing touchdown by Kai Jones on a quarterback keep. Then first play of the new drive for Mohawk with just over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. A pick six by Will Martin, 19 yards out for 6 more, made it a 28-0 game. Next drive for Seton LaSalle came with just under the 2-minute mark at 1:52 to be exact. Ends in 6 plays, 51 yards, a 24-yard rushing touchdown to Aaron Lourdes. And then again, first play by Mohawk, a fumble recovered by Aaron Lourdes. Only took Seton LaSalle 2 plays and 17 yards, 13 seconds left on the clock to score their 5th touchdown of the quarter, to where we're at to this point, 42-0 our score.
Take a look at the halftime stats. There's your Joseph's Marketplace first half scoring recap. We'll pull up the Creative Edge first half statistics and see who has the edge. Well, I'll tell you right now, it's by far Seton LaSalle with the edge here in the first half. How about 346 yards of offense versus just 59 yards for Mohawk in the first half. A perfect 8 of 8 passing for 151 yards for Kai Jones. Has a couple of touchdowns in the first half as well. Kymar Freeman, 17 carries for $150. He's got 2 touchdowns. Aaron Loritz also over 100 yards. Both his catches going for touchdowns. 2 catches for 109. First downs, 17 to 3 in the first half. Basically every statistical category in favor, as you would expect, with the Rebels. In fact, the only thing you could say went wrong, 4th and 5 on the first drive of the game. They needed 5. They got about 4.5, Tyler. And, I mean, since then, Rebels in control. In fact, even in the total plays run, about 31 plays versus just 18. Time possession about 15 minutes to 9 minutes. So nearly doubling up on all of the statistical categories. That's your Creative Edge scoring recap. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services, helping make your project a reality. More information available at 724-652-1372. We will have a running clock for the entirety of the second half. Scores going across your bottom line. Here's what we got so far that we know. Here, 42-0 Seton LaSalle over Mohawk. Last score update, Washington 24, South Allegheny 7. So a bit of an upset there, Washington over South Allegheny. Steel Valley Elwood City, last score we had there, I believe, was 14-0 in favor of Steel Valley. And we'll see if we can get you a quick score of that Western Beaver game against Apollo Ridge. Playing on the grass tonight, you wonder how that would play. They're the only game, I believe, tonight on the natural grass surface with home field advantage. Whips with an early touchdown. 7-0, they lead Newcastle early in the third quarter. That's the first touchdown of the game. Newcastle likes playing from behind, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And we saw it last week with Newcastle. Just these tight games all around the boards. And fortunately, here from Dormont Memorial Stadium, not too particularly close in this one. And just a stat, if my math is correct on this, You can be the judge because you're the math.
Okay.
You're the math expert here, James. I have 21 plays of offense on both sides.
I got a little more than that. I got 31 for... Yeah, you didn't carry the one. There you go. Didn't carry the one. Right now, Mohawk just looking to carry a little momentum. They will get the ball to start this second half. Newcastle just lost the fumble as well after the ensuing kickoff. So not looking good for the Canes, not looking good for the Warriors. Neshannock keeping it close. They're trailing 17-3 at the half against Fort Cherry. First field goal of the year, actually, I believe, for the Neshannock Lancers.
Tough match for Neshannock because, you want to get to Acrisure Stadium out of Class 1A. You're going to have to go through Fort Cherry.
Laurel, if they can maintain their lead, currently a 28-7 advantage, they too will have to face the Rangers next week. As a kickoff goes out of bounds to start the second half. So 35-yard line is where Mohawk will take over first and 10. And hey, if you're hungry after the game, the kitchen's open until 10:30 tonight. Select apps at the Crane Room. Select app specials. Make it your post-game tradition at the Crane Room Grill. Bobby Fadden will be back behind center, and the clock winding already with the mercy rule into effect.
Very interesting to see how Mohawk plays this second half and what Seton LaSalle does. Do they take their foot off the gas or keep on putting the pressure on?
Yeah, interesting to see how much we'll see both teams, again, with the week off, especially for Seton LaSalle, how much we will see them getting all their starters rest and how much work they're going to get. Clock will stop at 11:30 remaining as a whistle and a flag on this carry. It was a loss of 2 on the right side for Lucas Stratton. A personal foul and a face mask will give Mohawk just their 4th first down of the game.
Hey, you'll take everything you can get if you're Mohawk, and you get the first down and move the ball right at midfield.
Not looking good for Neshannock. House call on the first play of the second half for the Rangers. 24-3, the fighting Matt Siggs.
Well, good news for the Red Hurricane for Newcastle. They just recovered a fumble at the 1-yard line.
My goodness, Canes trying to survive. They had a rough one last week, got a couple of timely turnovers. Did they just get another? You can watch that one as well on the NFHS network. We'll have all the scores and recaps after the game on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Play action, shuttle pass forward, looking for Nail, and it is read perfectly. It'll be a loss of 1 right in the middle of the field here in the early stages of the third quarter.
Yeah, another slow pitch, a late pitch at that too, up to Joe Nail. Can't even turn his body around before getting wrapped up by Rebel, I believe that was. So Aaron Diggs able to get around Joey Nail immediately and make the tackle.
Yeah, some of these seniors going to get a couple final possessions you would expect here for Mohawk with the running clock here in the second half. It's a handoff here to the freshman. Again, a fake to the freshman. Falling across midfield is Fadden for a gain of 3 yards. He runs that zone read so well and so deceptively, Tyler. He's gotten me a couple of times already tonight.
Yeah, he has. Well, he's patient with the ball. And that's exactly what you want out of your quarterback, where if he's gonna fake a handoff, he's gonna read what the defense is coming at. If he doesn't like what's coming, he's gonna pull the ball right back in and either take it himself or look to pass. Just great awareness by Bobby Fadden to just be aware of what's going on around him and whether you make a pass or you run the ball.
3rd down and 8. Ball at the 48-yard line of Seton LaSalle. Second time into plus territory goes the Warriors. And the pass caught at the first down marker. Makes a man miss inside the 40, down to the 30. And down at the 25-yard line, guess who? Big play, Joey Nail.
So one thing we've seen Mohawk done well in the first half is play well offensively outside of the numbers. Most of their catches have been outside of the numbers in between the sideline, and they're working that territory very well. And they pick up another first down.
.8:52 and a running clock. Mohawk, best field position they have gotten in the game, currently at the 26-yard line of Seton LaSalle. Play action, rolling out to his left is Fadden, throws across his body, man open over the middle, another catch, the 4th of the game for Nail, just outside the 20, mark it down for a 4-yard gain at the 22.
Bobby Fadden again, being aware, rolls out of the pocket right away, gets chased by a Rebel, and just a late toss downfield for the completion to Joey Nail. Number 1 target we've seen Mohawk have today. So let's see if Mohawk can make a couple big plays here on this drive and end up in the end zone.
Another turnover. Ball right back to the Quips in that game. Early third quarter, and Quips in business in plus territory again. 2nd down and 6 here, ball to 22-yard line. Fadden drops back to pass, blitz off the edge, escapes it, lost the ball though, and is able to grab it. Blitz coming off of the edge from Elijah Hickman. He'll get credit for the sack, but Fadden falls back on the ball. It'll be a loss back to the original line of scrimmage.
Great timing by Elijah Hickman. Timed it perfectly out the outside, beat Cole McDaniel, who was supposed to be covered on him, and then it was Jeremy Rose, the linebacker, able to come in and force Fadden down.
For the Department of Redundancy department, another turnover in the Newcastle game. Canes get the ball back again.
Wow.
We'll keep tabs of that one best we can. Here, 3rd and 12 from the 28-yard line. 7:10 remaining third quarter. All Rebels, 42-0 lead. Hand off to Stratton on 3rd and long. He's going to fight for it inside of 25, down to the 24. Gain of 4. It'll be 4th down and 8 upcoming. And let's talk about that real quick, Tyler. What this Mohawk program, with the injury to one of your leaders, a junior captain, how rare it is to begin with. That's what Cass Stratton meant to this program. You see your big brother go down with a severe knee injury, and you have to look at him and then, oh, wait, I need to go in there because I'm the backup. Talk about his play and team rallying around the young freshman.
Yeah, well, probably comes as a shock a little bit to Lucas Stratton, seeing his brother go down, but he came in and made an immediate impact on both sides of the ball for Mohawk. And it's great to see what he can do with this Mohawk program down the line.
4th and 9, they're going to go with a fade jump ball and a catch made at the goal line into the end zone for the Mohawk touchdown.
It's one-on-one coverage down the far sideline, pretty much a jump ball, and it's Joey Nail that comes down with it, just jumps right in front on the jump ball attempt in coverage. That was Major Reed for Seton LaSalle, and Mohawk Warriors on the board.
4 catches on the drive for Joey Nail, and now Andrew Lloyd on to attempt the extra point. Fadden will be the holder. The first Parada Jones-McCree touchdown of the contest for Mohawk. Getting the Warriors on the board here to start the second half as Lloyd's boot with the left foot is up and good. 42-7 midway through the third quarter. Back in a moment at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
If you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Joseph Marketplace drive summary, 7 plays, 65 yards as Mohawk takes the second half kickoff and goes down the field. Specials daily at the Cafe and Bakery. with Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915. Squib kick is going to be taken at the 21-yard line down the far sideline, trying to cut up the middle and going nowhere on the return is Seton LaSalle. Good to see the seniors, as was Brodzinski there on the return. Thank you, Tyler. Good to see the seniors be able to connect one final time, if nothing else, there for Mohawk getting that touchdown reception.
Yeah, it is for the seniors because now you're just playing, just to play for the love of the game. I mean, you played football for so long, and, just to enjoy the moment right now. And that's all you can really ask for is, hopefully all the seniors get in and, unfortunately, it's not what you want, but it's the experience that you get right now is what's going to make it fun.
And we'll see what we have. It looks like a new quarterback going in there is Jack Mead, who began the season as the quarterback, and they took too long to get out there. We're going to have a timeout called by Seton LaSalle. We'll take a quick one here as well on another Ponch's Insurance timeout. Back in a moment at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Coming out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for Seton LaSalle. They lead midway through the third quarter by a score of 42-7. Running clock this entire second half. Jack Mead, the new quarterback in there, is going to go shuffle pass to the near side. Bouncing off a tackler there is Jonathan Wega. Fights forward across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. He basically pinballed right off of Cameron Queer and picked up an extra 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, first carry of the game for him as well. Just cuts out to the outside. Gets outside of the numbers, or at least tries to, before meeting some Mohawk defenders for the tackle. But one play and another first down, just the run game all over this Mohawk defense.
Actually, we will credit that as a pass attempt because it was a little pitch forward from Jack Mead, who you mentioned earlier, Tyler, started the year as the quarterback before they made the change to Kai Jones.
Yeah, 20 for 30 coming into today, a 67 pass completion percentage. 307 yards of total passing yards.
Handoff up the middle. The new back in there is Bray Lay. And Bray Lay lays the lumber as he fights his way forward for a gain of 3 or 4. I'm about to lay the smackdown if I hear another 6'7" reference from my 6'7" co-partner here.
I just want to say, for the record, you made it the first reference, not me. I know I did last week when we were in Leechburg on a 2-play 67-yard drive, but it doesn't help that I'm 6'7" either.
No, that just makes it too pretty. Big thanks to everybody here, though, at Dormont Stadium. Glad to be indoors compared to having my 6'7" and 6'6" cohorts having to stand up on a balcony. Snap goes through the hands of Mead all the way back inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 11 yards on the aborted snap.
3/4 of us are indoors. We got one on a roof today.
Yeah. We don't care about Leo, though. Now, big shout-out, Leah Verdi, dealing with the elements. For the record, she volunteered to be the one up on the roof tonight. 3rd and 16, 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Still a 42-0 Seton LaSalle lead, led 42-0 at the half, thanks to 4 touchdowns in just 3 minutes, 11 seconds of time in the late stages of the first half. Another high snap, able to get the snap is Mead, able to hand it off to Bray Lay. He gets back out to the 30-yard line, give him a gain of 3. It's going to be the first punt of the game upcoming here for the Rebels.
Hey, great job by Mohawk's defense. This would be the second time they stopped them so far this game. First time was that 10-play drive by Seton LaSalle to kick off the game. They tended to turnover down on downs right around the same spot here too on the field, or at least on this side.
Bobby Fadden, the lone return man for the Warriors, stands at his own 44-yard line. Low snap, able to corral it and get a big booming kick off. Look at this one. Another one that bounces with the wind at the 20, inside the 10 and out of bounds. Mark it at the 8-yard line. How about Jonathan Wega with the long punt? 19 and 40. That's a 59-yard boot. So we've seen a 68-yarder and a 59-yarder here today.
Yeah, and both were around the same places on the field and ended up in very close proximity with each other where the kicks ended up.
So that's where they'll take over with 2:30 remaining in the first half. The Warriors trailing 42-7. Big shout out again to the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. You're listening for free tonight at lcsportsnet.com. Thanks to our powering sponsor, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Visit them online, or just one of the many great programs at lccap.org. Fadden in the gun, rolls out to his right, fires on the run. Is going to be caught near the line of scrimmage and fighting forward for a 5-yard gain. Second catch of the game, for Landon Argero.
And another out route here by Mohawk. You can see it right here on the replay. Catches this one right on the outside of the numbers. Again, Mohawk's been working it really well in those areas on the field. Not much that Seton LaSalle can do.
Picks up 5 out to the 15. It will be 2nd down and 5. Scores across Class 2A right now. Washington 24, South Allegheny 7 at last score. Halftime score, Western Beaver was leading leading Apollo Ridge 28-7. And Steel Valley all over Elwood City at 28-0 scoreline there down in Munhall. 2nd and 5, Lucas Stratton on the carry. Fights towards the left side, bounces outside. He's going to get upended after a short gain. Nice tackle made on the play. I believe that was Major Reed on the stop for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Stratton bouncing off of a couple defenders to get a couple yards on the play. I think he got out of more tackles on that run than the yards that he actually gained on the play.
I think you're about right. Mohawk with as many first downs on the first drive of the second half as they had in the entirety of the first 24 minutes of play. Down under a minute to go here in the third. Seton LaSalle, the top seed, in control, 42-7. Fadden drops back on 3rd and 3. Quick pass to Ardro. Caught at the sticks. He's got the first down. Fights forward. Gets a couple extra yards up to the 28-yard line. Needed 3. Picked up 6. And that will be likely the final play of the third quarter. We'll see if Mohawk tries to get up quickly to the line. But nice job knowing where the sticks are and staying forward there by Ardro.
Yeah, Mohawk's been going with more of a shorter passing game this half. It's really worked well here so far for Mohawk. They ended their first drive in the end zone, and they're moving the ball pretty steadily here on drive number 2.
5 seconds remaining. Mohawk gets to the line, and they do get the snap off in time. Fadden drops back, pumps, looking for Ardro on the pump and go down the near sideline. It's going to be over the head and incomplete. Good tight coverage by Major Reed to make up the distance. That's the first incomplete pass of the quarter for Fadden and the Warriors. They do get a touchdown on the board, but trail 42-7 through 3 quarters. Watching on NFHS Network, listening at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Being the home team to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
Fair. "12 minutes on the clock, fourth quarter action coming your way here at lcsportsnet.com. More scores coming across. It's 42-7 here at Seton LaSalle over Mohawk. As the fourth quarter gets underway, Steel Valley just put it into the mercy rule against Elwood City with a 35-0 lead over the Wolverines. 30-3, Fort Cherry leads Neshannock. Laurel looks to advance 34-14. They lead Chartiers Houston early in the fourth quarter of that one. Coming back to the game, we'll announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game, as well as our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Our final awards for a Mohawk football game this year. 2nd down and 10 as we start the 4th quarter. Deep pass down the far sideline. Argero bumps into the defensive back, and not giving up an inch again is Major Reed in coverage against Argero.
Yeah, one-on-one coverage again for the 2nd straight play. Mohawk tries to throw the ball deep, and just great coverage out of the secondary for Seton LaSalle.
Now let's talk about this stretch run for Mohawk. Again, deflating early, a couple of non-conference losses, then early conference losses, and those 3 losses to Elwood City, to Beaver Falls, and to New Brighton. They were either tied or in the lead with less than 30 seconds to go in those games. Beaver Falls, they weren't in the lead. They had a chance to win it as time expired with a field goal kick. It's incredible. I mean, you could have easily been looking at an undefeated conference champion if not for about a minute total worth of game time. Good pass on the quick out to the far side. Argero makes the catch for an 11-yard gain and another Mohawk first down with 10:55 remaining. But what could have been for this Mohawk team, I'm more impressed with the turnaround, again, with how stagnant the offense looked for those couple of weeks after the loss of Cass Stratton. They reworked some things, got some new pieces shifted around on the offensive line, and they really hammered down the stretch to get not only into the playoffs, but to host a home playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, they just took it one game at a time. It was a new challenge every day. They just kept on fighting, and a new day is another new challenge, and they did a great job.
Handoff Lucas Stratton up the middle. Again, not much room for the freshman. We're going to see a lot of him. It could be fun next year. Cash has already had surgery on the injured knee. Do we expect to see maybe dual Strattons in the backfield next season? Obviously, the other question is going to be who will be stepping in at quarterback for the Warriors after the loss of Bobby Fadden to graduation. I mean, what he's meant to this program goes without saying, but he has attempted every single pass here this season.
Yeah, it's just remarkable what Bobby Fadden has done over the course of his 4-year career so far with Mohawk. And
talk about all those numbers in a moment as it's a pitch to Stratton on 2nd down and 8. Gets to the far side for another gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards. I'd say that was McDaniel getting that carry for a gain of 2 yards. But a lot of moving pieces throughout the course of the year. You got a lot of young players in throughout the course of this season as well. 5th straight season. It's never happened before that Mohawk has made it into the playoffs, Tyler. That says enough right there. Down to 9 minutes remaining, though, here in the 2025 season for the Warriors. In the gun is Fadden on 3rd down and 6. Drops back, surveys, fires down the far sideline. Again, one-on-one coverage going over the top and unable to corral it as that one kind of fluttered out of bounds, intended for Argero.
yeah, it was one-on-one coverage on the far sideline with Ian Cortina there for Seton LaSalle. And for Cortina, he kind of stumbled on his way down. You can see it right here, maybe on the replay. And Argero just gets that one step ahead, and that's all you need. Just pass just a little bit off the mark of Landon Argero.
Give a shout out to the guys in the trenches protecting Fadden a lot better here in the second half. Again, with a running clock, a lot of new faces in there defensively for sure for Seton LaSalle. But again, things to build on heading into the offseason. 4th down and 6. Fadden drops back, firing towards the near sideline, looking for Nail, and it's going to be incomplete. Good job again on shielding away from the football. No chance. Major Reed ushered Joey Nail way out of bounds. Didn't give him a chance to catch it. It will be a turnover on downs back over to the Rebels. 7:01 remaining. Or excuse me, 7:51 now winding clock. Rebels with a 42-7 advantage. Looks like right now, if things hold steady, they would be taking on Washington in the next round. A 24-7 lead last we saw against help me out. South Allegheny.
South Allegheny.
Can't read Tyler's writing to my right now. I should look at my own bracket, but
I'm also blocking.
Again, that 6'7" frame has a bit of a, it's kind of tough to see through him.
You said it, not me.
Stretch play to the left side, and a good tackle made coming up Corey Fennell from his safety position on the hit. Short gain on the carry for Brayley. If we had Seton LaSalle in our Lawrence County coverage area, Brayley would 1,000% be on our all-name team that we did at the beginning of the season. Speaking of that, I believe we do see Dak Shimrack, one of the subs, coming in, or ready to check in. He was on our all-name team at the beginning of the season. 2nd down and 7. Clock winds at 6:30 remaining. Lay to the near side. He's got a room inside the 30, inside the 20, down to the 15. Multiple flags, though, is going to bring this play back. As Maddox Flew made the tackle. This one's going to stop the clock and bring the play back on a holding penalty. Seasonal allergies, changes in the weather, or spending too much time in the bleachers all can affect how you feel on a daily basis. Headaches, joint pain, sinus pressure, even congestion, all can be alleviated with chiropractic work from Maley Chiropractic. There is the holding call. Couple of holds, but overall, I'll tell you what, this Seton LaSalle offensive line, man in the trenches, they've laid the foundation for the team all year. They're our Dorn Foundation line of the game here tonight without much question, as they've been delivering big holes and big gaps throughout the entirety of this contest. Clock winds, 6 minutes to go. Brings it back basically to the line of scrimmage, so a 10-yard gain for Lay, and he'll get another carry inside the 35 down to the 34. Give him a gain of 3.
Yeah, you take a look at this handoff. Meade just catches it and just hands it off. No movement at all from the quarterback at all. Pretty easy to read from Mohawk that it's a run right up the middle.
Mark it at the 34, so officially 3rd down and 5. 42-7 still your score. Rebels leading Mohawk. In the gun is Meade, play action, rolls out to his right. He'll take the pass, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Joey Nail read the pass into the flat, intended for Caleb Pavick, but could not quite come down with the interception. Good recovery here, as you see on the replay, Tyler, from Joey Nail.
Yeah, well, once when Meade rolled right out of the pocket, you could tell exactly where Meade was going to go. He's either going to take it himself or he was going to give it to Pavick, who was wide open. Just great job by Joey now to see that play and to step out and to just get a piece of it and tip it out of the air. Potential big game for Seton LaSalle on the play. Just completely negated by now.
Fourth down and 5, stretch play for Brayley, and he gets the first down, breaks a tackle to 30, down to the 20-yard line. Another big block there in the interior. Cameron Saunders able to get a huge block to give the opening. Flew makes a touchdown-saving tackle, but not until they enter the red zone at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, it was a great cut right around the 31-yard line right here on the replay. He cuts inside right there and takes it, and could have took it to the house if it wasn't for Maddox Flew.
4 minutes remaining, and again in the red zone is Seton LaSalle. Another carry making to the outside this time is Brayley, and more flags coming down.
I think this might be another holding call against the offense. It'll be the second one on this drive. That's the case here, which it will be.
Give a shout out to Specialty Cookies, sponsored our Chaussee Toss all year long. Dorn Concrete, they're the ones you want laying the foundation for your home or business. DornConcrete.com. Penalty moves it back yet again. Call it first down and 16. Makes it officially a 4-yard carry for Lay, and then the 10-yard penalty. Snap goes again through the hands of the quarterback. Meade able to pick it up, hesitates, trying to dodge through about 6 or 7 white jerseys. Unable to do so. Meade will lose about 6 or 7 yards.
How many times can you say 6, 7 in one sentence?
About 6 or 7.
About 6 or 7 times.
Well, you drove me into this, okay? Just for the record.
I didn't start it though in the broadcast, but it was a rough snap. It was just right in between Lay and Meade on the play, and it looked like it may initially hit off of the fingertips of Meade and right into Lay, and then back on the ground. Just great job by Meade to get to it
and try to make something out of nothing. Speaking of nothing doing here on that carry. Joey Nail's going to make the tackle against Bray Lay after a short gain, if that. They're going to get him back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So with 2:30 remaining, 3rd down and long upcoming. And after the game, we'll get our final stats and figures, our Maley Chiropractic play of the game, and our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Pistol formation, play action for Meade on 3rd down. Throw towards the near sideline, but airmailed it, and the cheerleaders go running out of the way as that one was going right to them. Kind of sailed there on Jack Meade. It'll be 4th down and 22. Clock still running at 1:45 remaining.
Again, Seton LaSalle just trying to get deep, trying to get close to the 1st down marker, because hindsight, all you got to do here is just get the 1st down. That essentially put an end to this one. Just got to need the ball out at that point.
4th down and 22, ball at the 32. Rebels led 42-0 at the half. Still leading by 5 touchdowns. 4th and long, they will just hand it up the middle to Lay. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Hanging on is McDaniel, and he will slow him up enough. Rugby scrums forward down to the 25, give Lay a carry of 6, but that'll be a Medora Bonner Law change in possession on the turnover on downs. We'll stop the clock with a minute left to go. And Mohawk will basically run one play to wrap this one up. A great career. A great career for these Mohawk seniors. 5th straight season that they've made it into the playoffs. Just ran into a juggernaut here in this Seton LaSalle team. They're the #1 seed for a reason. They showed it tonight, Tyler.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And, I mentioned, having the week off rest might not be a good thing, but Seton LaSalle really proved me wrong in that aspect.
One final carry for Bobby Fadden. Gets to the edge at the 30, to the 35, and he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him one last carry in his career of 12 yards. Puts him in positive yardage on the rushing tonight. And I think Mohawk's going to take one final timeout just to give one final send-off for their seniors here with 5 seconds remaining, and a nice move here. I know the fans will be a little, booing or catcalling, wouldn't surprise me, but just one last chance to give your seniors one last final curtain call here. Again, what a great turnaround it has been for this Warriors team after looking completely left out to dead after the first couple of games of the year. To turn it around down the stretch, win 4 straight, making not only a home playoff game, but winning a home playoff game as well, and just making it to the playoffs was impressive enough.
It was a big challenge for Mohawk because you pretty much knew you had to win your last 3 games of the year to just make it in as a wild card, not even in your division, but you get the big win against Western Beaver, who is the top team in your division. Then you get the win against Freedom, and ultimately against Riverside in that win-and-in situation for Mohawk, and then pulls it out. Andrew Lloyd, that game-winning field goal last week against Olsh to claim that 17-14 victory. It's been a lot for Mohawk, and they did a great job.
One last carry and an inside trap for Joey Nail. He gets across the 40, across midfield, to the far sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 40. Give him a gain of about 22 yards. The final play of the game, 42-7, Mohawk defeated by the top-seeded Seton LaSalle Rebels. Again, 42-7 your final score. The Rebels likely to take on Washington. They lead 31-7 late in that game. We'll come back with the post-game show and your post-game awards as well, and we'll get you all the scores across the area. When we return, Tri-County Principal's post-game show, when we return on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Helps if you have the right headset on. It's the Tri-County Principal's postgame show here in Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Final score, Seton LaSalle 42, Mohawk 7, the top-seeded Rebels advancing to the Class 2A semifinals, and it looks like it will be a rematch against Century Conference foe Washington as they lead 31-7 over South Allegheny. As we take a look at your GEM scoring recap, we'll run them down real quick. After a Seton LaSalle 10-play drive ended in a turnover on downs, Mohawk goes 3 and out. They get a 68-yard punt that was down to inside the 5-yard line, but just 3 plays is all it took. An 85-yard touchdown pass. Aaron Lawrence on the receiving end on a beautiful pass over the top from Kai Jones made it 7-0 late in the first quarter. Another Mohawk quick possession and a punt. Didn't take nearly as long off the clock. 4-play drive, but a couple of big long plays. First touchdown run of the game for Kymar Freeman, who ran all over the field in the first half. Made it 14-0 early in the second quarter, and then the barrage began. How about 4 touchdowns in 3 minutes 11 seconds? Kai Jones calls his own number from 10 yards out, and then on the very next play, 15 seconds later, Will Morgan gets a pick 6, 10 yards for the touchdown. Aaron Lawrence tipped the pass. Morgan picks it off the line and takes it into the house. They would get a 3-and-out defensively against Mohawk. They would get the punt, go 2-minute drill, another Aaron Lawrence touchdown reception, this time from 24 yards out, made it 35-0, and then a strip sack for the Warriors, and again, enforced Lawrence with the fumble recovery off of the Will Morgan forced fumble. They punched it in 2 plays later on a 1-yard run for Freeman. 42-0 your halftime score. Mohawk took the opening kick of the second half, drove down the field on 4th down. Joey Nail gets a 25-yard touchdown catch from Bobby Fadden to end the contest. 42-7 is your final score. Some quick numbers again. Kai Jones, 151 yards through the air. How about this? That incomplete pass by Meade at the end of the game, that was the only incompletion all game for Seton LaSalle. He went 1 for 2. Kai Jones, though, went 8 for 8 for 151, 2 touchdowns in the air, and the rushing touchdown as well. Kymar Freeman, 17 carries for $150 and 2 touchdowns. Again, all that work in the first half. And Aaron Lawrence, over 100 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Also a fumble recovery and a tip pass leading to another interception. There's your GEM scoring recap brought to you by GEM Master Builders and Craftsmen. GEMbuilders.com, building our community for 70 years. Ty, I mean, you run into a buzzsaw tonight if you're Mohawk, but nothing to be ashamed of the way that this season has gone for the Warriors. It's a bittersweet ending, but I mean, very sweet times we've seen over the last 4 years with these the members of the senior class especially.
Yeah, well, it's not what you want at all. I mean, obviously your goal is you want to end with that WPIAL championship, but it was a great run this year by the Mohawk Warriors, just clawing their way. They knew what they had to do with 3 games to go, and they worked every single week and got what they needed done to make the playoffs, and a huge win last week against Olsh. It's just great what the senior class 2 has accomplished, in these 7 seniors that unfortunately won't touch the football field again for Mohawk. I mean, Bobby Fadden, Joe Nail, Cole McDaniel, Joe Rosick, or Trey Gangone, Jeffrey Brown, and Dan Monaco, the 7 seniors from Mohawk.
Yeah, congratulations on fantastic careers. It's on the basketball season now for Mohawk, on the semifinals for the, if we can bring the brackets up, for the Seton LaSalle Rebels. Again, looks like they will take on Washington. Western Beaver led 28-7 at half over Apollo Ridge and Steel Valley in the Mercy Rule. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, and 5 will advance in the Class 2A bracket. We have one final in. Laurel is on their way to the Class 1A semifinals. They defeat Chartiers Houston 40-21. Last we saw a 14-0 lead for Aliquippa in that one over Newcastle. 36-9 late Fort Cherry leads Neshannock, so it looks like it will be a Rangers and Spartans Class 1A semifinal. And it looks like McKeesport in control of their game. Last we saw a 14-0 lead. They've gotten in control. Oh my goodness, 4 straight flags against Newcastle, pushing them back even further. You can get all those final scores on the Trib Live High School Sports Network post-game show coming up after the game here as well. Before we wrap things up, we got a couple of awards that we need to hand out. First, our MVP of the game, Leah Verdi, up there on the roof all night, staying dry, perfectly fine, no problems whatsoever, right? Big thanks to Leah. Big thanks to everyone here at Keystone Oaks, Seton LaSalle, helping us out, getting everything set up here tonight. Great vantage point here at Dormont. Love being here at Dormont Memorial Stadium. But anyway, on to our post-game awards. Let's start with the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game, one final shirt for football season for Joey Nail, who had a red-hot final couple of weeks of the season. Able to get the late touchdown pass in there a lot throughout the course of the game defensively as well. He's going to get our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game award here tonight, Tyler.
And Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game award to Joey Nail of Mohawk. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Joey for tonight's Play of the Game. Joey will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Joey Nail for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For your MVP insurance, MVP of the game, we try to keep it within Lawrence County as much as we can, especially here during the playoffs, but it was very tough to ignore what Aaron Lawrence did here tonight. 2 receptions, over 100 yards, both those receptions going for touchdowns on the night. He tipped a pass that led to a pick 6, and he had a fumble recovery on defense as well. He is going to get our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award, and he's going to get his customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's MVP of the game. You can view the full list. It is updated. How about that? Going to lcsportsnet.com, click on awards. Congratulations to Aaron Lawrence of Seton LaSalle, your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Call MVP for the win. 42-7 your final score. Again, find all the scores on our social media pages. Stay tuned for the Trib Live High School Sports Network scoreboard show coming up here in a few minutes' time. We'll get you all the scores and highlights of that one, of all the games going across the WPIAL playoffs. Tomorrow night, don't forget, the District 10 1A semifinals. We'll have video coverage with Sports Radio 96.7 on the call for that one, as Wilmington, the top seed in D10, it's at Grove City. They are taking on Cambridge Springs. Shout out again to our producer, Jacob Walzer, Leah Verdi running the cameras here tonight, and of course, Mr. Tyler Aaron making the trip up north to join us here for the fun. One team remaining for the WPIAL. It looks like Laurel will advance to take on Fort Cherry. We'll see where the rest of the squad ends up. We'll see if Wilmington can advance to the championship as well in D10. We'll have all that coverage for you. Maybe some hockey action coming next week as well. For the entire crew, I'm James Dotson. So long. Stay tuned. More great stuff coming your way on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. One last time, your final score, Seton LaSalle 42, Mohawk 7. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend, everyone. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.